What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Solana Made Simple. I'm SMS, your host, and I want to thank you for all of your support. And if you like the content you see here, please head over and subscribe to the channel and give it a like. It means a lot and it does help out. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, family? I hope you guys are having a good start to your day. Let's get this thing started. I'm SMS and welcome to SMS Live. It is Monday. Yeah, it's Monday, June 3rd, 2024, and we're going to get into it. We got a lot to talk about today. It was a great weekend. We did Slurf Hits Philly. That was a success. There was a couple L's. Some people didn't get to make it there. However, we were able to get everybody that, in a seat. So as far as that goes, no seats were, unattended. So that was a W. They hit a home run as soon as we got there. I mean, everything in general, the weather along, it was perfect. So looking forward to doing that again. I'm going to be planning that for the end of June and putting some feelers out there, see if people want to get involved. And I'm going to open up the store again just to get some more shirts out there for people if they want to put an order in. Overall, amazing success. Let me actually show you some pictures from that, show you where the field was. Like, I'm going for the same exact tickets. These are literally my favorite tickets that I've ever had, out of any of these games or anything like that. So definitely going to have to check that out. But I want to give a huge shout out while I'm looking for this to Gokhshtein Media. We had the family over there, a lot of the ladies, to be honest with you. I think it was all the ladies. They were over there covering the event for Karate Combat. Bro, I'm telling you, that thing, watching the event, watching what they had, I'm so fucking pumped up to, get involved with that and see what I can do. I don't know. It just seems like it's right up my alley. So we'll see what happens. I completely forgot what I was looking at by talking about that. Anyway, oh yeah, the seats. Let me go take a look at that. But no, the Karate Combat thing, I'm pumped up for it. I'm kind of just tailoring my mind, like, I gotta fight. There's some things that have to happen. I gotta show up. I was talking about this in our space last night. I want to talk about that space too. It was a really, really good one. But I think I got it right over here. I post a lot of shit. So, I tattooed myself. We'll look at that too for the first time. That's going great, man. I'm fucking super pumped for that as well. All right, let's pull this up real quick and we'll be able to check it out. And real quick, guys, if it's your first time here at the SMS Live, get some paper and pens. There's going to be some alpha throughout this whole thing. You're going to want to write some notes down. You probably forget. I go through a bunch of different shit, and I don't want you guys to miss anything. So easiest way to stay up to date and get as much value from these kind of things, keep something to take some notes along the way. I do it every time, even though I'm the one hosting the fucking faces and the streams and shit like that, because it helps. All right, so let's take a look at this real quick. Just at an epic SMS Club event with the amazing Phillies. The seats were lit. 100% can't wait for the next Slurf Hits Philly event. Maybe do a different coin or different something like that, but I'm pretty sure I want to stay with the Slurf. I had a good time with it. I like the shirts. The back room say 69 says "Oh fuck" on the back. It was so much fucking fun, dude. I'm not gonna get into details about that. Maybe when I have Steve, my mentor for the tattooing and everything, he's going to come on live. We're going to interview him, kind of talk to him about his journey with tattooing and just business in general. I think it's be an interesting take to bring some different personalities and people onto the live stream for our guests. I'll tell you about the upcoming guest this weekend. Might have a double header for that. I'm pretty excited about that if that does play out. But join the group chat if you want in. That's where all the information regarding this is going to be held. These are considered SMS Club events. Like I said, Solana Made Simple is supposed to be a community center, and we'll get into what that is exactly. But more SMS group events coming up soon. Let's keep it simple and keep the excitement going. So we have a group chat right here. You just hit me up. I can add you to that. Here's the seats right here, guys. These things are perfect. You really can't get better than that. I mean, you can see it right here. Like, well, that's the "Oh fuck" tattoo. Made it to Philly. And then here's the shirts right here. So amazing fucking time, guys. Like, I can't say enough about it. So if you guys are ever interested in doing something like that, or more, or even better, one up. If you like the idea of this, do it in your hometown. Like, set it up with your community. See who's around. Put feelers out there. Ask around. I'm going to be coming out of Philadelphia for everything. I'm going to be moving up there soon. So everything is going to be based out of there. And I have a huge network of people there. So you see what you got. And as more people start seeing this kind of stuff happening, the more people that do it, the more that you're going to see this involved. If you get celebrities adding to the meta and to the whole bull run, I mean, imagine Iggy going to an event and talking about Mother there and how many people would be onboarded that way. Like, if you don't like the whole mother thing, see why you don't like it. Because like, is it taken away from your cut of the pie? Well, like that was going to happen when mainstream came involved anyway, because the small guys are getting pushed out. Like me, I can't sell a shirt, but she can, come in a month, be on top of the fucking face of Solana. So I don't hate the game. I get annoyed by it, but I'm also gonna fucking watch Mother. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna see where my entries are. I said 57 million seems like a good entry. It was the same when I called Myro at 50 million, and that's at 250, 300 million plus. So I only expect Mother to do damn near similar thing going on, but I got most of my funds into some smaller cap. I do look to cycle into that. I think there's going to be a lot of momentum going that way. But anyway, my point is, like, if that was to be the case, like, I'm not going to hate it. It just it takes away from the smaller guys. But you got to roll with the punches. You got to adjust as things go. But either way, the SMS club, the SMS group, we're going to be continuing doing events. Fuck it. If Iggy comes to the Phillies, we're going to be rocking out with Mother all over the place. Because, like, why the fuck not? It'd be stupid to avoid that kind of thing. But that's why I wanted to show you guys there. It was a great time. So, with that being said, guys, looking forward to the next one. And boom. All right, right here, I did a B for B's knees, a little tattoo. I don't know if I did enough, if it went deep enough. It looks cool. We'll see what happens when it heals up a little bit more, and we'll go from there. And this is what I was talking about right here. I think Mother performed similar to Myro. Myro, like I said, 50 million. It was around 57. We'll see how that plays out so far. If you bought in just off of that, you're in a positive position. All right, so last night's space. Before I get into last night's space, let me just talk to you about SMS Club and what Solana Made Simple is all about, because you're probably wondering if it's your first time here. So Solana Made Simple is a vibrant community of passionate investors, art collectors, builders, artists, media personalities, and more. My mission is to cultivate and support a space in the midst of crypto's chaos, in a world of manipulation and noise. That's like in crypto and NFTs and all that. I strive to share valuable opportunities, such as the tickers I was playing before we started, and guide you through the maze, helping you out, showing you where I see certain things, giving you my take. Alone, we may be fast, you may be able to get further might be able to, sprint out to the lead by yourself, but you're going to get further together with the team. You're going to be a little bit more concrete in your approach when you have some people, because like this shit gets hard sometimes. So if you have somebody to back you up, it's fucking the best way to go about it. So I'm very fortunate for the teams like Gokhshtein Media, Grid on Soul, Doodle Devils, and a bunch of other ones with Bored Ape Solana Club. So on. There's a million of them. those are the ones that came to the top of my head. Not one's better than the other, and unless they're clearly reciprocating that effort. For me, it's not necessarily about that. It's about how can I contribute, how can I come at service and be part of the team. Excuse me, in my own right. I'm not necessarily part of the team unless it's come to Doodle Devils, Grid, or Gokhshtein. The other ones, I'm just community member doing the best I can to share what's great about them and why I think those are some of the best bets as far as getting into the space. Last night's space, man, that was, and I'm talking about like the lot. What the fuck? This guy's retarded. I made a comment about why are people wearing crop tops. I didn't understand it. I just didn't think about it, and somebody was like, "Oh, it's Pride Month." I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." And then this dude Mode, he like made a comment on it. I guess we'll read it. Why not? Fuck it. And he said, dudes are wearing skirts, makeup, and chopping their dicks off, but it's the crop tops that seem off. I was just at the gym and I saw people with crop tops, so I was like, why are you guys wearing crop tops? Because I know that like straight dudes wear them as workout things. They did it in the 80s and shit like that. I don't care what they wear. It was just funny. And he said, what did I say back to him? I said something like, I guess it got him upset, but I said, well, I'm not in places to know what's under the hood, to each their own, and the makeup is obvious. He says, why you need to see under the hood when it's obvious? That's like looking Dio into Floyd to see if it's going to rug. It's obvious. No further detail needed. I think he got triggered, but whatever. That's Cyberfrog's homie over there. So I don't care. I guess he doesn't like gay people based off of these tweets. I don't personally give two fucks. I just think talking about the crop tops, and he got into talking about homosexual tendencies. I don't know, man. That's the thing with this space. You got to figure out your path. You got to figure out your people. Some people they take it too far, and they don't want to hear what I got to say back. And I mean, I'm not going to feed back into that because it seems like it's just getting a little off the point of like crop top, whatever. I don't care. Fuck it. Anyway, there's good people in this space, man. Like, you don't got to worry about that. So let me just roll into this real quick, and we'll talk about the quote of the day. But that's Solana Made Simple. That's what SMS Club's about. It's a community center. Anybody's fucking welcome. It doesn't matter what you do. You can wear a crop top. You can cut your dick off if you want to. I don't give a flying fuck. And you're not going to be judged based off of that either. That's fucking, you're a pussy for that. But today's message: stop talking to people who aren't listening to you and start watching them instead. They'll tell you what they're up to. When you find people that listen to you, talk to them. Or when you offer something to people and they reject it, you start to devalue what you have to say. So don't cast pearls to swine. I mean, that's kind of like what we're looking at right now. There's no reason for me to focus on somebody like that, because they literally don't care, and it seems like I agitated them with that. So it's like, I'm not going to talk to them. What the fuck is the point of that? It's just that, they'll twist that into their narrative by any means necessary to make sure that they're okay with it. So just be yourself, know what you're doing here, and don't give two fucks about anybody's opinion about it, because it's not going to ruffle my feathers and get my day up. I got bigger fish to fry than that. And again, don't cast pearls before swine. It's a big fucking world out here, and there's a lot of different colors. So I don't care if you focus on one or another, but it's just, you got to be a little bit different here. And yeah, that's that. But that's the quote of the day. I like sharing that. That's the message. That's something I like to do. So, one of my homies, Lindsay, you don't see her too much, but she did pop up yesterday, which was super cool. She was one of the first people to really help me with Solana Made Simple and get that like running, kind of doing regular spaces and really helping out with that whole process. But she posted yesterday, so I'm super fucking pumped to see that shit. And what she used to do was the quote of the day, just to get your mind right, kind of get you on like the topic of what we're at. And I don't know, it just helps overall. But like I said, guys, it's a good space here. There's people, like, don't take things too serious, and just let it roll. I want to play this real quick, show you about my friends called the Zillionaire Goat Club.
Brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is
welcome to The Goat Show, where we celebrate and debate all things great.
So let me ask you something. Is
Okay.
it more likely that it was Harp that did this shit, or do you think that it was solar flares? And before you go, people have video of what looks to be angels
Right.
out of the light.
All right, guys. So tonight at 8 p.m., you guys can catch their show. Those are my homies, man. Let me go ahead and close this real quick, and we'll get into some of the details and the price and stuff. So light them up if you got them, because we're going to be just kind of watching stuff at this point. But that's the Zillionaire Goat Club, the ZGC. They do amazing work, and they're just getting better every single time that they do a show. But tonight at 8 p.m., I believe that's what it was. You can catch their show. You can see what's going on, what the topics are. I might even try to pop in there if I can. I know I got cool school with the tattooing and stuff tonight, so I don't know if I'll be able to make it to that one. But Thursday, if I don't make it here, I will jump into that one. As far as my shows and what we have for the guests coming up, as far as the lineup, we got Quicks at 4:20 on Friday, and we may be having Props at 10:10 on Friday as well, having a double header. If not, we'll schedule it. We'll get Props in there. But the reason I was talking about Props is he jumped into the space last night, and part of the thing I was talking about the space is I don't think my view and my take on it is I want to give as much value as I can to everybody without charging you for a thing. I want you to, if you want to buy the merchandise to support, buy the artwork to support, like do whatever you want on doing that. And I don't want to token gate education or value. I don't want anybody to be put into a place where they feel like they need to buy into something and they wouldn't be able to get the return on the value. I've considered making a Patreon and stuff like that, but I just don't want to go that route. I'm cool where I'm at right now. If we need to get to a certain point, we get bigger, whatever the case is, we'll get there. But my thing isn't to really extract as much from you guys as much as it is give to the value. The rest will come with it in time, whether it's here, there, or another spot. That's not my concern. I'm doing the best I can with building things, and I don't know, it just hasn't been my focus. Now, the other flip side of that is having like an NFT project where it's token gated and a certain service is only offered to you because you own an NFT. My point of that is like, unless you have something like that that is of real value, you are going to probably fall off unless you switch to an SPL. Because my point was NFTs with the old token standard, unless they have something like the Cyberfrogs have to offer, which they kind of are offering for anybody with different rates as far as the fees that are taking off. Like other than that, there's really, it's just a supply and demand. Do you like the artwork and the community, and do you like owning that NFT? Otherwise, like there's really nothing else unless there's a demand for it. They have artwork coming out, which will definitely probably put a little bit of demand on there, but it's going to come back down once there's no reason to trade it because they have a core community. After that, it's like it gets kind of stagnant, and that's how most NFTs are because there's no liquidity back behind it. They have Kira token, which isn't backing the frogs. That's just their ecosystem token. Something like Mall Street, they have Mall, which is going to back the actual NFT. So like if you were to go buy a Cyberfrog, you have two different prices for buy it now, or you can put a bid in, and then you can control the price by that. Like if you put bids in, people that want to sell them for the offer right there, they will keep like fighting for that top spot where they have the largest amount of profit. You know what I'm saying? So like there's competition there. Now when you have liquidity backed by it, those tokens are worth what they're worth. It doesn't matter, like well, the rarity does matter in that case too, because they're implementing that feature because they have more ability with a token 2022 standard. There's just a lot more you can do with this. There's these thing called token hooks and all their extensions and stuff like that, and hooks. So you cap yourself with the old standard. The new one's going to give you liquidity plus a lot more that you can do with that. In my opinion, over time, once the adoption happens, like people start to realize you really do need to kind of go this route to stay up to date with the tech, because it's not just a project came out with this new thing. It's in general, Solana Foundation is bringing this out here. This is why they have made such a press from January, and we haven't paid attention because we're looking at dumb shit. And like I've been pressing it, and it's like it just goes over people's heads. Most people don't care to listen, and then it's like, oh shit, that's what he was talking about. But yeah, exactly, it's right there. But I don't think old NFT projects are going to last unless they have something of value to offer. Bored Ape Solana Club is doing a great thing with the pets. I'm not following it too closely, but I know that they're looking to use the SPL 2022 standard so they can stay competitive with the market. I think they have also a very tight core community, including myself. That's why I rock with them. But my point was, having a project without any kind of real value seems like a disservice to your people to say, hey, buy this for $300 and maybe you'll, like, let's say a new person comes into the space that doesn't know anything. These tight communities aren't always welcoming if they hire buy-in because they have so much to offer you. Now, if you aren't experienced and you don't learn, and let's say you were like the majority of the people that enter the space, they don't come out as winners. Well, you're also buying into a project that's token getting some information that most of it's actually free and it's out there. You just have to know where to find it, and that's where you need to have a voice to follow, which was Prop's point. You want to have a community and something to trust and follow, but at the same time, you know, they own majority of all the stuff they're going to be sharing to you, so you're buying out of their pockets a little bit, like. And they say don't look at it that way, but I'm like, how can you not? Like, they probably bought crypto to make more money off of crypto, not to join these community things. Because if you tell somebody that doesn't understand what I'm talking about, they're like, what the fuck am I? No. I want to go to that guy that was talking about that shit for free, helping me out. Like, that's where a majority of people are going to want to go. I watch the space. I watch it get on there. Once you get into this, you start jumping around to these discords and these different chats and shit like that. But there's back doors, and you start to see just like the good old boy kind of thing. Like, your friends are friends. Like, even when you're in the best interest of this fucking space, you guys are in chats where you know the early alpha. That's why you're paying a high price to get into the access. That goes against my point. Like, it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. But again, you don't need to charge an NFT that doesn't have any value to it past that to enter that. You should use the SPL so they could say, all right, I'm done with this. What are these tokens worth on the market? Not the supply and demand, and especially people that are whaling the community, because they can control the price and they control the floor, they control the bids, they control everything, because it's only based off fucking supply and demand. If they have fucking 10% of the project in like the DAO and the treasury and the group chat where they know they can list these every single week for a price of profit, you're never going to be able to sell yours because they're just going to keep undercutting and saying it's somebody else, or you're going to have like that's relying on everybody being smart enough to use SolScan to follow the transactions, follow the receipts and stuff like that. How do you fucking avoid all that? Just putting liquidity back by the token, so people don't have to worry about that. Yes, you still have to worry about a certain amount of people being able to whale the projects and fluctuate on the price, but there's less of that when it's a little bit open or more open on exchanges. If people are just buying it because the token is showing signals, like they don't have to buy a whole NFT at that point. Now it goes back to, does Moss Speed still offer the same value, something like token gated project? Yeah, they do actually. And it's like, you don't have to fucking buy the best NFT or a high buy for that. But my point against that is someone like me is going to show you, hey, if you're getting into the space, these are these kinds of communities, these are where you should go. Show up the spaces, listen and start to put your ear out there. You'll find your own voice in your space in here. But it doesn't cost anything. But the other thing I was suggesting is, if people were to start looking at like, all right, if I want to, like, there's a country club aspect. I guess that's kind of where you look at it that way. Like, you're just in a network of people and you might run into somebody of value. The other side of that coin is, why don't you create a subscription-based service where it's like, look, I pay $5 a month to have access to this chat and this group, so all of this private information, early access is available to you. At the end of the month, if you just do the math, that's $60. You know what I'm saying? So you're not banging people over the head for it. And then you can say like, hey, if you could even offer, like, if you spend $60, we can give you an NFT, and use cross-mint service. So they're only using a credit card if they're not comfortable with that. And it just looks like they're spending the money, but they get an NFT, they get the crypto. You know what I mean? So it's like you show them a way to invest their money into crypto and they get this thing to hold on to it. Like, you teach them something just in that transaction right there. But if you want to do the monthly thing, let them just pay monthly and set it up with a payment solution. I don't know which one works. It's something I've thought about doing, but like, I also don't have all of the legs and the arms and the pieces to like make that work. But if you were to look at it like, hey, why don't I do an automated service where somebody's debit card is debited for this transaction? It runs through something like CrossMint that embeds it on the back end. They're paying $5 a month to have access. The same thing it would cost somebody to buy in for $500, and at the end of the year, their NFT is worth $5. And they don't want to be part of the community. They don't like what happened. Like, that happens way more than fucking people stick around. Like, there's a smaller amount of people that stick around these places. So either those guys aren't doing their job, or it's not as welcoming as I know it's not, because I've been around the space, and like, me just having an open mouth and an objective opinion and challenging people, like, yeah, I know that puts me in a corner where people don't want to like necessarily have me in there. That's fine. I'm still going to talk about what I want to talk about, and I'm still going to share this stuff out there. It's not going to stop there. And like, all the people that are bigger than you started in the same spot day one. Everybody had a day one. So I'm not scared of like day 32 or day 365. None of those things matter, because it's like, am I working on getting better each time? So like, the point is, like, I don't think you need to buy into these high value projects. There are certain reasons where maybe buying a Ute was of value, but like, you could have spent, I don't know, over $1,000 and it's only worth $600 or $700. Is that fair to a new person coming into the space because you said, oh, well, it's, it's like the value that you get over time being here. It's like, man, that really sucks off the gate though. It's like buying a car, and like, that sucks as an experience, because like, as soon as you buy that bitch, it's done. So my point was, I think the community way is better, in my opinion, from what I'm trying to do. I understand the country club, the community gated access for certain things. That's great. I think Cyberfrogs understand it, where they give you a little bit more tighter or exclusive access with the NFT, and they also allow the ecosystem, because they are very, very strong supporters of Solana. Like, so everybody gets a piece of the pie. Like, I know when I was holding them and watching them what they were doing, they were literally making it more frictionless for anybody to use their service, because they know that not everybody's going to want to hold the NFT, and if they can provide a service to other people, bang, that's a win-win. But that's just how I see it. And the thing about the spaces and why I like to have the dialogue and the back and forth is, not everybody's going to agree, but if we can be mature enough and go back and forth, and like, props was a G about it. Like, he has his standard, I have my standard, and there's a bunch of other topics that came out of that space that like, I really think you guys should go take a look at. Real quick, let me play this for you guys, and give me 1 second. So you guys ever want to check out the space, that's it right there. Sundays at 8:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're more than welcome to be part of the conversation. You can pull up and you can get it talking. But there's always value in that space. It was this other thing, man. Like that was a hard space. It was about 30-some minutes with nobody or one person in there. That dude, Mr. Shank from Bored Ape Solana Club, he stayed all the way to the absolute end. And most people would have quit in the first 15, 20. I just stuck it out, and it became one of the better conversations I've had in a while, and conflicting views too. So it gave you a lot of reason to stay in and listen and counter, both sides. But it was one of those things like nobody's wrong here, but we get to have opposing views and perspective, and that's the way things should be. That's the value of having the space. Like you saw the conversation I was showing you earlier. Like you don't have to attack people like that and be all fucking crazy. Like that's fucking crazy. I don't care what your beliefs are, but like that's just a little crazy. I don't know. That's me. I don't know. I got friends. I'd smack the shit out of you in person. Like I don't know, but I don't talk like that. That's just it. But there are people in this space that can understand that there's a time and place, and say whatever the fuck you want to, but also take what comes with it, right? I mean, responsibilities, motherfuckers, and you got to be held accountable for what you do, what you say, in all aspects of things. And I've been having really, really good success with the conversations and the spaces in general. So tune into them, check them out. With that being said, guys, I'm going to move things along, and we can start taking a look at some of these prices, some of these meme coins, and see where they're at. Let's go over and take a look at Mother to start things off. I'm going to close the screen out and restart it because I don't. Hold on. This might work. Boom. All right, I'm going to put this up real quick. This is a little bit of a D-Gen play. Just take that for what it is. Bang. This is Pepe, and so I don't expect this to be a long-term runner, anything special. It's just something that came across, low cap, early entry, small amount, real Pepe. Take it if you want to. 181 on the market cap, 181,000 on the market cap, 504 holders on here. Like I said, small cap, small coin. Nothing super significant or valuable other than some degeneracy. So if you're playing for the degens, there you go. Let's see what else we got. All right, let me go ahead and take a look at Myro. We're going to go through some of the more stable ones that have been around for a little while now. I don't really look at all of the really high speculative ones too much anymore. Like I see people getting wrecked on them, trying to find the entries on them, and there's just no reason for me to share that. Just to be fair, I don't know, and I guess we're not going to see anything. Boom. Close that out. Not keep that. All right, what do we got? Really, come on. All right, maybe not. I guess we're going to look at Bonk if that comes up. It's like every single time I come to show you guys these prices, it literally freezes and doesn't fucking work. I'll try to restart it one more time, and then if not, then we're going to just look at some other shit until it works, because this is crazy. Man, what the fuck? All right, let me close this out and open up a new tab. All right, can I pull this up real quick? We're going to take a look at CoinMarketCap, and then we'll see if I can get that the actual tab to open up, and then we'll go from there. That's how it goes sometimes, man. Like this is all Wi-Fi, so I think that's why the connection sucks. I don't really care to plug it into anything. This works just fine, in my opinion. So, all right, look, this crossed over. I think this tapped over 70K earlier this morning, like during the stream, actually. But let me actually show it to you so you can see what I'm talking about. Motherfucker. Just closed it out. Yo, 69 of you guys in here. Shout out to all of you. I appreciate all your support. All right, CoinMarketCap, come on. Let's go ahead and take a look at this damn thing. Boom, boom, Man. All right, if you guys are new to this, this is the best place to go to look at all the price action by market cap. That's how they put it in order from highest down to the lowest. It gives you a lot of different things to look at as far as memes right here. The fact that you see memes here is a big indicator of what's going to be one of the better performers in the market overall. Then we have Solana ecosystem. That's also going to tell you what's going to be a better performer overall. It doesn't say anything about Ethereum. However, there are some serious Ethereum meme coins that are not to be slept on, and they're layer 2 as well, like Brett. I think you guys are not paying attention to that if you haven't heard about it by now. But either way, gaming and AI as well are definitely things of note. So take a look at CoinMarketCap, get comfortable taking a look at this daily just to see the trends, just to see the difference in the prices and the movements and stuff like that. So you have all this price, hours, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Do your own fucking research. But my point is, if you go down here, you're going to start seeing Dogecoin, the main dog, top dog, up here. Do you think anything is possibly going to flip that? Shiba has the best chance. Past that, I'm mainly talking about dogs, cats, and Pepe. Pepe verse being all of anything that looks fucking goofy as shit like this one, like Ponky, Brett. I feel like all of those are part of the Pepe verse. I don't know it that well. I'm not that versed on the Ethereum side of things, but it tends to work out. So the meme coins, the rest of them are like utility and other chains and shit like that, because we're looking at cryptocurrencies. So let me go ahead and back to memes. But the thing I wanted you to notice that there are meme coins that are contending with the top cryptocurrencies in the entire ecosystem. So that should tell you that there's some definitely validity to these coins and reason to pay attention to them. So we have Dogecoin, Shiba, Pepe. These are the top 3, and they're dog coins. They're Ethereum coins, except for Doge. The Shiba has like the Shibarium and all of that, and a lot of intricate stuff going on with that. But the main thing is, if you're trying to invest into or not the main asset, you want to go into the underlying assets. Those seem to outperform the main asset. So Pepe is definitely one to put your focus on. But you'll see trends: dog, 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 and this is bonk on Solana. Dog, this is on Bitcoin. We got meme, and then cat in a dog's world. Brett is the other one I was telling you guys about. That's on base. That one's going to be up here. I'm almost positive that's going to flip some of these. Probably going to flip bonk, probably going to flip whip. That's my opinion. You guys don't have to have it. I think it's going to be a contender up here. Literally. Maybe it doesn't flip this one. I don't fucking know, to be honest with you, dude. It's such a good coin right now. It's no reason. Where's the market cap at it? 1 billion? Yeah. It's looking good. And it's Coinbase or base. I don't know. I've been talking about it when people were going towards runes. I was like, I like this coin. I was talking about it at 5 cents. We're at 10 cents. So we're at the 1x with it. Yeah, man, this one's, if you got in earlier, you had so much opportunity. Either way, take a look at all these coins. Look at the thesis here. We're going with cats, dogs. We got the frogs, Pepe. All of them have the big googly eyes, like book of memes in general. And then you got the political stuff, like Trump. Mog, that's another one that's a cat. And then they got the glasses, the shade. So that's another thing. It's trending. It's a cultural thing. Another cat, Turbo, is this one popped off the other day and it came down to, right? Yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. Andy, another Pepe verse. Myro, it's dog on Solana, Toshi. You see what I'm saying? You pay attention to these things, but if you're looking for something that's going to be making a move up, you want to come back down to the bottom here. I think there's only like 50 of these listed here. You got Kishu, that's an OG. You got Samo, that's a Solana OG coin. Then we have some of these other ones. These are worth taking a look at to get into, like CWIP. This is trying to make a move up and get up there. I mean, 68 million on the market cap here. Their distribution is out of control though. So that's definitely one to consider. Anyway, this is a good way to look at them. You start looking at the market caps. You look at see who's trying to make a move up. You look at the charts. I don't know. You do your own research when it comes to that. I can't tell you much more than that. But if I can go and pull up this damn freaking chart again, we'll take a look and see what we got. All right, let's try Myra. It'll probably work now. Oh, look, we got a chart. Perfect. All right, so this is Myro. It's at 253 million. We called this at 50 million, so you got to see that that's like a what, 54, 5x or so. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, 52,000 holders on here, and it's cooking. I see this thing going back up. Usually, when I go to look at charts, guys, I go back 3 months. It's really easy like this. All right, so this is the stuff that some people call like utility, and they pay for it. I'm not like a professional fucking trader. I'm not anybody special, but I can show you what I look at and where I've been able to find things and why I've been calling things down here at 50 million. Because when you look at this, when you had this run up here and this significant sell off right there, but the amount of holders were still there, you could see that there's a real community. They were doing space every single day. And then look at this run up. Anybody that says you couldn't chart a meme coin, and I said that you could starting back here, you're fucking crazy. And look what they were able to do. I started talking over here around 20 some cents. I was like, guys, look, if this doesn't come back up and regain this support above these highs, you're coming back down. And it came back here, chopped across. Now we're working our way back up. But now we have some really good significant points of support right here. So this looks like a good spot. The market's heating up. This looks like the new low, in my opinion. These are the low lows, but this is going to be the average. I think that you're going to bounce and chop this way if you don't go up. If you go up, you're kind of probably going to retest right here, because look at the sell-off. The gap filled right there. All right, so I'm not a professional fucking trader. This is technical analysis. This is fucking easily looking at this, making it as simple as possible. Something goes up, it comes down halfway. Halfway, look at this right here. This is just a little bit below halfway, but here we are halfway. You know what I mean? Recovered right there, halfway from this. You just look at these, you can count the little grids if you don't want to look at the real numbers, and just be like, all right, this, here's half, boom, here I am. That's typically what happens, and then it makes a decision to come back up. The ultimate goal for this is to go from this point all the way down here, get all the momentum, and come back up here and make new highs. You want to see that happen before? This is what it just did. It started up here, came all the way down back here, gained momentum, made new highs. Just like I just said, boom, start up here, come back down here, gain momentum. We're looking to make new highs. This may even come back down, but you have a cup and a handle situation right here. This looks like it's going to kick back up to the upside. This is the point now at the 25 cents. You've seen highs of 30, almost 40 some cents, maybe 44 for all-time high. So that's almost the 2x or 1x there. And so what would you do in this situation? If you got $100, maybe put $60 right here, because it just seems like the market's in a good position, but you have to be paying attention to the market to know that. Just to be a little bit safer, divide that into 3 different places. You go with $33 today, you wait and see what it looks like in a day or two. If it runs up astronomically, you take your initials out, you let the rest ride out, you got a free ticket to the fucking Valhalla. If you don't want to do that, and it drops down back to these little ranges right there, take that other $25, $30, whatever it was, buy back in, lower your average, see how it performs over the next 24 hours, 48 hours. And so you want to make another decision. Again, you don't have to pay for anybody to do this. You just keep finding people that are willing to tell you how they do it, what they look at, and the kind of things. Like, you see this dotted line, how it's skimming across the tops of these things? Yeah, I'm not a professional, and I don't have the same gains as some of the people in this space, but I can tell you that this is going to be support, and this is where it's going to start to bounce. It was rejecting. It was coming below that. That means it was not able to break that. It kept going underneath here, up and down, up and down, up and down, until it had enough momentum, enough buying pressure to get through that. Once it broke through that here, this is when it skyrocketed, and this is when it's starting to make a very, upward increasing, very direct movement, and you're starting to make a little bit of a flag. A flag is where it kind of comes up here and looks like a pendant with a triangle thing. Like, you get the idea. I don't know. Again, fucking pay for somebody to tell you that. Learn it, I think, is better for yourself, because then you'll start to just recognize it. You don't have to spend all the time in there. You can get stuff like Grid on Soul. We're coming up with an AFK bot, so something like this with Myro you want to get into, you'd be able to use that. Those are the benefits of working with people that are trying to make use of the AI technology out here. So I'm extremely excited about that, and I can't stop talking about it, because I want to load this shit up when I'm like, yep, let's get in here. Gotcha. But anyway, I don't want to spend too much more time on Myro. You get the hang of it. I just want to show you some points, because this is a really nice chart. But the other thing I'll say, let's go back and look at this real quick, and think about Mother. Mother had its nice run up here, and it came down, not as much as this, but look what happened after people realized this is a real deal, this is going to happen. This was 50 some million. This is like closer to 60, 70 some million right here. And then look what continued to happen, guys. Yeah, you had this sell off all the way back here. And See how it kind of just comes straight down here until it hit this point? Look at this point right here, come back all the way to here. Boom, 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 breakout, boom, up. You just got to use the clues, man. Like, those are the things that somebody's willing to, like, have you pay them to show you and teach you. I believe that you can learn the stuff on your own, and patience pays. If you put your money in back here and you saw it go all the way up here, you could have easily taken it out initially at that point and be like, this is insane. It's at 40 some cents. Sean said that this was going to break this wick over here at 30 cents. I would have sold it right there at 30 because that's the gap. And then I would have had a free ride for the rest of this no matter what it did. And I could have bought back in here on the house. So those are things you learn over time. I'm giving you the fast track, simplest thing to see. You see these things that look like big U's, they got a W in there. Those are even better. Those are juicier because that means, like, hey, this is really building up pressure. And look at the result. All right, next on the list, Bonk. Bonk is the main dog. We talked about this one. I really got to stop saying we talked about this one because, fuck, we talked about every one of these goddamn coins before. My dumb ass is still, we talked about this one there, Chief. All right, 3.1 billion on this, 732,000 holding Bonk. Again, look, see all the way at the top, 50% down, chops across, came right back down when the market was doing some shit. But more or less just chopped across here. See this dotted line? Bounce, 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 all the way up. Came back up here, started shooting back up once the market was really cooking. Bitcoin was moving. We see this area of traffic over here becoming some support. You got a head and shoulder situation right here. Typically, this shoots to the downside. This isn't the best thing in the world. But if this continues in the bullish trajectory, we're going to see this reclaim some new highs. Simple as that. That's Bonk. JLP. JLP is literally one of my favorite fucking coins, one of the best charts you're ever going to see. It goes from the bottom left, top right. It's the Jupiter Perpetual Liquidity Pool. It's got 5 of the best coins in crypto, 5 of the top ones that we just saw in coin market cap, making up this liquidity pool, meaning that every time the market does good, it goes up. When it does bad, it goes sideways. All these sideways actions are just shitty market conditions. When it goes up, people are getting liquidated, and it's collecting more of the trades and the funds and all that kind of stuff because people are trying to time the market. This is literally a bet against the people betting on the market for the good or bad because you can go long or short. All right, so JLP chilling at 384 million on the market cap, 37,642 people holding on to this coin. Look, all these giant wicks, people probably get scared out, say it's a buy, yada, yada, yada. I don't ever believe that. I'm like, yo, every single one of these have been fucking reclaimed. Like, when I said 280 was the target, it took a little bit, but look, it crushed it. It went through. Now we're going up here, and it's going sideways. That means the market's probably chopping. Solana, at least. So, not the whole crypto market, but Solana in general. When you see Solana perform like shit, you see these things, flash crashes, but this thing recovers the whole way through. You really don't, you will not find a better chart than this. You just won't. Because it's got the best coins in here. Anyway, that's JLP, Jupiter Perps Liquidity Pool. Check it out. Let's go take a look at Dog with Hat. Another thing right here, guys, if you go all the way over here, look at your all-time high right there. What's in the middle? Boom, where the price kind of kept doing this thing. You see these W's? That's what I said. They got these juicy little pumps, and you see a W forming in the middle of these gaps. Those are really nice for that play. So if you can time one of them, you see that's forming. You want to try and buy it on that double bottom before it shoots out. That's a charting pattern that you can start to recognize and when you're starting to pay attention to charts. But when I look at charts, I always go to 3 months and take a look at the hour chart, see what the real story. When you zoom in, it gets really, really close to this stuff, and it's like you lose sight of what's actually going on. Like this, you know, if you're looking at it like this, you might be like, oh, this doesn't look too great. It's a downtrend. But if you zoom out, like we just where you're like, oh, it's been doing that. That's nothing. It'll come back from that. That's easy. Every single time it's bounced off of that, and it's come a little bit higher. So you have higher lows on the lows. Those are great signs. It's slow growth, but it's better than no growth. Dog with Hat, the popular coin, 3.3 billion in the market cap, 146,000 people holding this coin. Definitely don't sleep on that. Let's go ahead and take a look at Slur. Let me get a drink real quick. I got cotton mouth like a motherfucker. Oh, my legs are sore. Slurf is holding on for dear life. But yo, look how, like, one thing about this is it's crawling along the bottom, but it's got a community. It's got people around there. Like, this is one of those coins, man. Like, I literally put people together to go watch a baseball game. No other coin is doing. I mean, yeah, maybe some people doing some shit. I don't know about them now, so we'll just leave it at that. But Slurp is chilling at 142,000. Million on the market cap. 60,000 holders on here. Almost 61. But like I said, it's crawling along the bottom, and it's continuously having a solid community showing up every single day, doing a lot of innovating things. Like, it's way deeper than just this coin. There's Slurp Capital. There's a lot going on, and they're very, very, very active. So check them out, guys. Like, look at this. This is the bottom. This is like, it just won't go lower. It's refusing to. It's got to come up. So I don't know, find your positions, but this is a great one in my opinion. This is a really, really good position here, under 30 cents easily. Things look good on this one. Do what you got to do with that information. Not financial advice, not financial advisor. I'm just some guy here smoking weed, looking at charts, talking shit. Let's go ahead and take a look at. It's getting towards 11 o'clock. What do I want to look at? Let's take a look at Ponky, see what that one looks like. Looks like they're doing all right today. A little bit of a pump. Came back down. Looks like it's going to go back up. Man, this does it every time. You see this go boom up to the top. And then it goes ew. Same thing. Boom, ew. Boom, ew. It does it every single time. And then it goes flat. So we'll see how Ponky performs. I think this is a good one. I missed the entry here. I would only want to get into this if it comes back down to these tops, like 25 cents, 30 cents, but highly unlikely with the trajectory where they're at. So you got better luck finding a coin, honestly, at this point. 242 million on the market cap here, 48,566 holders here. Looks good. Looks fucking good. Let's go ahead and take a look at Nubcat. Nubcat made a little bit of a move. I don't have anything in this one. I'm probably going to miss this move unless I can hit my targets on my other coin. This is one that I don't want to miss because it's one of the cat coins. It's a popular cat coin. It's got great marketing, great social interaction, engagement. But look at this. Another one crawling along the bottom, waiting for that move up to the outside. Once you get past here, it's just going to bounce and hopefully become the support it needs. It's built enough on the bottom, in my opinion. So take a look at that. If you want to, 42 million on the market cap here, 42.1 on the market cap to be exact, 21,286 holders. That's Nubcat. All right, let's look at. I guess we should look at Mew. Mew was on Cats in the Dog, or it's Cats in the Dog World. It was one of those higher ranked market caps. So worth a look. 371 million market cap. Chart looks good, about 50% of the way down. You have a nice cup and handle situation. This looks like the point where it wants to go up. I would be highly, highly, highly aware of this price action. I might even put this to my hopefuls to look into. Man, there's so many good positions. So that just tells you the market's heating up in general. So we'll just leave it at that. Last but not least, I guess we'll take a look at old Mother. And then we're going to take a look at NFTs, and I'm getting out of here. I got stuff I got to get done today, but it's been a good stream so far. We got, 76 of you guys in here. I do appreciate all your support. There's tons of meme coins. These aren't all of them. These are just the ones that I got on my list that I like to look at, that I like to follow the charts, because I believe that if you follow the charts, you follow a certain group of coins, you start to understand them better, and you can find the entrances. Like, one thing is for sure is if you do it right, you only need 1 or 2 coins to trade. You'll miss out on some of the other X's and shit that other people are getting, but the point is, you're going to, I don't know, you're gonna want to find some time, I guess. I don't know. Either way, Mother, come on, reset this chart here. We're trying to take a look at this thing. Oh. Bang it. All right, so it recovered nicely, man. This is a great chart. Straight up. You got that gap right here, came back up here. You might see a little bit of choppiness right here, but I expect this to keep going up, finding profits We were talking about this again, 57 million at 75 million. You think I'm playing around with these numbers, man? Like I'm seeing things and I'm believing in them. So it's like, faded if you will, but it is what it is. So let's see where I'm honestly looking at my position, because it's like, if I've made a little bit of profit here, it's time to roll it into another one. Now I still gotta sit on this one. But again, I see this in multi-hundred million straight up. Like it's a celebrity metasphere. It's a beautiful girl with a fat ass. That's the coin. Sex sells. Like, is this not the most obvious fucking marketing campaign? Like, fat ass and sex, like that's what people are buying this for. There's no other. I mean, she's adding value for koala bears and shit, but you can also see porn stars that are saving koala bears and shit like that. It doesn't take away from sex sells. People wouldn't care about what she's doing unless she had the body. Like, if this was Lizzo, it'd be like, okay, who really cares? Tell me I'm wrong. I'll wait. No, I'm kidding. But look, guys, take your pick on the coins here, guys. Let's see. Do we even really need to go take a look at all the other fucking NFTs at this point? I mean, go buy Ghost Kid, Doodle Devil, Bored Ape. What else? I think I nailed them. So let me pull up Tensor. We'll go to Tensor. Yo, I go live on Instagram, and that is like the most dead shit ever. Like, I don't even think the screen works in this damn thing. I know it does. It does. There's nobody on there. Alright, Mutant up to 1 point, or down to 1.2, I guess you could say. What the fuck are most streets at? Oh, they're up to 0.48, okay. It's not bad, but damn. Utes 5.43. D-God's down to 28. Damn, that's some shit. Yeah, I don't really know what we're looking at here. There's really not much going on. Nothing that I find interesting, at least. I don't think people even trade these things anymore, do they? But here's another thing I wanted to show you guys. Like, look at I don't know, this thing. This is a good example. Blood Solution. So this is for 90.53, but the bid, what somebody's actually willing to buy for, is 28.05. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to sell this is what you can get it for. And then, I mean, that's a crazy price difference, but I don't know. I don't know why it's that crazy, honestly. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Namaste's doing all right, but you see this one's a little bit more realistic. Like, it's not that big of a difference, but when you go look at Mall Street, it's only 0.03 difference because of liquidity back. Then you go up to Mutant, look at this, the same situation. All these other ones have a bigger discrepancy between them because there's not liquidity behind them. And it's only supply and demand value. Like, all the SPLs have that. All of these other ones have hundreds of dollars of differences when they're higher prices. So that's my point with old token 2022s. There's whales that own all of these like older collections because of the community, because of the shit that I'm talking about. So when it comes down to it, you're really putting your homie at a disadvantage to buy into that unless they're going to stick around and like they really benefit from being in there. And not everybody does. Like, they have different lives, different reasons that they're investing into these. It's alluring at first, but what I'm trying to allude to is the real value is in with liquidity-backed tokens. And NFTs are just tokens, non-fungible tokens. Now, you see my point? Like, it is what it is. Like, I love fucking NFTs too, but like the art part, the one-on-ones, like the one-on-one communities, they got the most value with their pieces because the artists are active in that community, right? So, I don't know. You're gonna run into monopolies with these projects, with these collections, with how they're spread and shared. When you have people like that, so much bread where they can buy so much of these NFTs, or if they know that they're getting listed soon or whatever, people are gonna know before you do. I'm just saying, that's how it's gonna be, and that's how it's gonna continue to be. And people preaching about the other thing, doing the same thing, is like a common occurrence here. So I don't know, take that for what you will. But I mean, NFTs, it's not that they're dead, man. There's just no supply and demand. That's it. Like, the tech is still there. What they do works, like, but the supply and demand isn't there for all of them. Like, I'm shocked Mad Labs are retaining the price that they are, but also it kind of makes sense because it's still like, even their asking price you sell now is 60 sold, which is damn good. But I don't know. That's it, guys. I'm gonna wrap this one up. Those are everything, or those are the things I wanted to kind of cover here. Didn't want to get too crazy into it, but the main points: we got the price, we got the NFTs, we got to talk a little bit about the different sides of what the community can offer you, what they should ask from you. The thing I think one of the tying points for Props was like, as a founder, you need to find a way to get paid and stuff like that. And I agree with that. And as a content creator and a founder of Solana Made Simple, it's like there should be a way, but the way it'll come. It comes to hard work and dedication. And go ahead and listen to that space. Let me know what you guys think about it. Thank you for all of your support. It means the world to us over here. When I say us, it's just me and me. But nah, it's a lot of fun doing this stuff, guys. I'll see you Wednesday morning, 10 a.m. And then you'll see some more notifications, some ads and stuff like that for all the spaces and the streams and all of that kind of fun shit that we got going on today. The rest of my day is going to be filled with me finishing up some artwork. We got some school, some tattooing stuff. Really pushing to get that thing going, get myself moved up there and get things flowing up there. I'm super excited for this next journey in life, and finding ways to incorporate what we're doing here with Web3, Web2, tattoos, artwork. I think I'm going to be cooking with something kind of cool. We'll see how it turns out. It could be great. It could include a lot of different people too. So we'll see what we can do from there. Again, guys, thank you for all your support. I'll see you on the timeline. Have a wonderful Monday. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Take profits. And